What's going to do, Mike here again. We are making Khao Soi. If you guys are not familiar with Khao Soi, it is like the equivalent of, I don't know, like a Lao noodle, soup noodle dish. Like what pho is to Vietnamese people, Khao Soi is what is noodle soup to Lao people. So, one of my favorite dishes because it's really tart. If you guys are not familiar with this dish, pretty much we have the rice noodles, of course, and the broth, but we also have this added, it's like a tomato paste pork with bean paste sauce, if you will. And this sauce in this Khao Soi is what makes the dish different. The more sauce you add to the dish, the more flavor you like, but it all depends on you. You can add more, you can add less. It all is kind of interchangeable, and there's no really right or wrong way to eat it. That's the thing about Lao food that I like. It's not necessarily like, hey, you have to try it like this. If you like sweet, if you like sour, if you like spicy, you can change it to whatever you like. And we have groceries right now. My baby might cry in the background, the one that I held, but the wife is with the baby. So I went to the Asian store and we picked up some groceries right here. Let's go and unpack this to see what we're gonna have today. So we have ground pork. You'd want to get lean ground pork for this. I'm using stewed tomatoes, fresh tomatoes, yay. Soybean paste. Bean sprouts, if you guys are familiar with bean sprouts, we're gonna use bean sprouts. With a lot of Lao dishes, we like herbs, so I have dill here. If I can get the green onions out. Green onions, this is not familiar, watercress. Watercress, kind of hard to find, but it goes with this dish very well. My daughter likes meatballs, so we're gonna have meatballs, pork meatballs with it. We have chicken bones. The stock of the soup is gonna be primarily made out of chicken bones. So it's gonna be basically a chicken stock. I have stock. This is from every time I make something with chicken, I take the bones and I make a stock, or make a vegetable stock or something like that. So I freeze it in the freezer. So I have stock just chilling in the freezer. I never have to buy chicken stock ever. So that's a tip for you guys. Whenever you have stock, strain it, put it in one of these containers, put it in the freezer. You never have to buy chicken stock ever again. So we have boiling water here. I'm going to boil the chicken bones. I'm probably gonna reduce, I'm gonna have it simmer, but I'm gonna reduce the chicken stock to make it nice and rich and flavorful. I'm gonna add the other frozen chicken stock as well, just to have a combination of all the flavors, make it really, really nice and flavorful. But let's go ahead and begin. So pretty quick, all you gotta do, throw the chicken bones in, and then we're gonna start with the sauce. Chicken goes in. So, all the nice bits that you don't want to fry and eat. These are all the stuff that you usually throw away, guys. The carcass. Dude, when have you ever heard that somebody call it a carcass? So we're putting the carcass in. Some good old salt, if you guys are wondering. And you mix some nice flavor. So just a little bit of salt. And we'll put some salt later in to taste later. But for right now, let that simmer. Put a lid on it. Let that come to a boil. Here you go. Onions are sweating with some salt and pepper to taste. You know, for the longest time, I didn't know what they meant by to taste on a recipe book. I had no idea what that meant. Do you know what that means? If you don't know what that means, it means that it's to your taste, to your liking. They should have just said that. They add as much salt and pepper to whatever you like. So we're here right now. This is what it's gonna look like. You want it translucent. The onions right here. So we're gonna add the pork, the ground pork in right now. So this is hard because I have like one hand. So I want to probably dump, what I'm gonna do is I want to put it in, but I'm holding the camera, and then there's like this thing under the pork that has it sucks up all the whatchamacallit, like the liquid. But I'm gonna see, watch. See this little thing right here? I'm gonna try to get it in. Watch. Oh, some of it fell. We're going to cook this pork down. Break it up. And the onions are continue to cook, and I want them very soft. I want them almost like a paste consistency. So this is really, really hot. So everything in Lao food is spicy, so you want to add as much as you can handle. My wife really can't handle that much spice, so I'm gonna just put a little bit, and like that, much. All right, as that is cooking down, I'm gonna prepare some of the tomatoes right now and cut up some tomatoes to add to it. Whenever you're cooking, guys, when you go get groceries, you get little plastic bags. I always use these to dump in scraps of stuff that we're preparing for. This is kind of what I found out later when I began cooking. The larger something is, the longer it takes to cook. So you dice them up in order for you to kind of get the results that you want. So we're making a paste, we're making a sauce, and the consistency of this Khao Soi sauce is, you know, mushy. It's all, there's not really firm vegetables in it or anything like that. So you want to chop up and mince up your tomatoes so that they can cook rather quickly. All right, sauce didn't burn. We're done cutting this right now. We're gonna go ahead and take a look at how the sauces are looking right now. So, if you guys are wondering, we have this thing, you know, cooking. That's ready. All you want is all the pink out of the pork. You want the pork to be cooked through. And then we're looking at our chicken stock. Okay, chicken stock's looking good. You're gonna see a lot of oil. You're gonna see a lot of scum come up from the bones, like the blood of the chicken and stuff like that. We're gonna skim the top and we're gonna throw that out, okay? Let me see if I can get all the tomatoes in the pan without dropping it on the floor, which I failed to do. Tomatoes are cooking down really good, the fresh ones anyway. Now it's time for the stewed ones. I'm not gonna show you the brand because they haven't sponsored me yet. Just kidding. Stewed tomatoes going in. This, now we can pour it into the can that we just used to stew the tomatoes. So all the scum is going to be taken out of this pan, and then we're going to pour it into this can. Bam! Since we're cooking a Lao dish right now, I'm celebrating with the Lao liquor of choice, which is cognac, Hennessy in particular. Now, I've always wanted to know why Lao people love Hennessy, and a lot of Asians in the Southeast Asians love Hennessy. It's because it is a French liqueur, and our countries were taken over by France. So I'm celebrating. I like it. I have whiskey as well, but I don't want to act my color by drinking this, but it's so good. It's so good. Finishing our Khao Soi sauce, we're going to use the soybean paste that we have here, but we can't utilize it in this form. As you can see, it's not like minced up, it's the bean style. So what we usually do is blend it. You want to blend it in a blender in order to get you want a smooth texture in your paste. So, okay. So we're gonna take this, gonna add some. All right. This stuff is extremely potent. I'm gonna blend some, and then I'm gonna add a tablespoon into the sauce until I get the consistency that I really want. But the first and foremost, I have to blend it, make sure it gets a nice paste consistency, and then we can move forward with our Khao Soi sauce. About to add our bean paste to our sauce. First and foremost, I know that there's no measurements, but I will leave a link down below to get you a general idea of the recipe about Khao Soi. I did little quirks to, make it my own and my own flavor and how I like it. So don't trip. There's gonna be measurements down below if you want the link. All right, so sauce is boiling. It's getting nice, this consistency. Come on. Add the funk. It's a taste test, see if it's how we like it. It's not to my liking as far as spice-wise, but I do have a daughter, so I don't want her to die when she puts the sauce in. So, fresh noodles, if you guys are familiar with this, Lucky KT Company fresh rice noodles. We're gonna be utilizing this. They come in all shapes and sizes. Well, not shapes and sizes, but thicknesses. And I like my noodles this width. A lot of people like them the really big and fat ones. That's cool, you know, if you like that kind of stuff, you can utilize that. But for me, I'm having trouble with this package. For me, I like it a little bit thick and a little bit thin. So if you guys are familiar with this, look, this is you're gonna break these apart. This thickness is what I like, because I'm not really like a super fan of the really thick ones. It's really hard to eat, to put it in your spoon, it'll like slip off. So I think this is the correct thickness. Well, there is no right or wrong, right? So the problem is they come in a batch like that, and what you want to do is you want to separate them, because if you put them in hot water and stuff like that, they don't really break down as quickly as you like. So you want to break these down as much as you can, because they're like, if not, you'll just get like a mess. Like when you put it, you want to kind of blanch it in hot water. So there you go. You're gonna get them a nice little noodle consistency. All right, everything is finished. I know we've been a long process, but this right here is what the Khao Soi sauce looks like. Okay, you're gonna have a lot of the pork. You're gonna have a lot of the tomatoes, etc., etc. Looks really, really nice. I know some of you guys are like, what is it gonna look like? This is what it should look like. Broth is ready. We got some meatballs up in her. Broth is ready. I know you're gonna get some steam of that. We put some meatballs in there because my daughter likes meatballs. You don't have to, but it's preferred. So right here we have the bowl of, this is the bowl of fresh noodles. We're going ahead and pour a bowl out, prepare a bowl. Wife, do you want meatballs?
Yes.
Okay, she wants meatballs. So we're gonna get some meatballs here. We're gonna make sure we get it's nice and light. Okay. This is the tray of goodies that you have when you eat Khao Soi. If you guys are wondering, we have baby dill here. We have watercress. We have cilantro, green onions, bean sprouts, Thai chilies, lime and lemon, and we also have our Khao Soi sauce. So this is all the condiments that you're gonna add to make your own dish of Khao Soi. You can add as much as you want, as little as you want. You can design it how you want it, how you like it. What I like, you guys can check it out right here. Obviously, I want some bean sprouts. I'm gonna add some bean sprouts right here. I'm gonna add some green onions, some cilantro. I'm going to break up and add a little bit of watercress, and as well as, let's see here, we're gonna add some baby dill. Then you're gonna add some of the Khao Soi sauce, so you can have it like that, as much as you want. For me, I like it spicy, so I'm gonna add some little bit of chili powder on there. All right, so we have our Khao Soi right here. As you can see, it's all said and done. You also want to add, I almost forgot, you want to add some lime as well. Lao food is a lot of fresh herbs. It's not like, you know, it's not like these, like you ever had like Taiwanese noodles that were like the beef broth is like super thick and everything like that. But let me get this. Yeah. It's bright.
Did you add some spice to yours?
I had some spice in mine. I didn't really. It's not really spicy. So if you want to add some spice, you can. You want to?
Yeah.
We got the garlic chili sauce. If you guys want that, this is good. For the baby crying back. So we're gonna be great parents. Just ignore it. Anyway, we're gonna continue eating and ignoring our son while he cries because we're hungry. But if you like this, please like, please subscribe. Until next video, this is Khao Soi. Hope you enjoy. Until next time, bye bye.